Guys, finally I am in the Toyota Camry Hybrid. The Camry Hybrid that was just launched almost a year ago. So Toyotas in Malaysia have launched two versions. One is the petrol version, and which is a slightly lower spec, which is around 220,000. And then this is the hybrid version, which is going for $248,000. So this is the high spec. So high spec basically, the only difference between the low spec and the high spec is the hybrid engine. Okay, it doesn't come with the hybrid engine for the low spec. Plus, it doesn't have the sunroof, and there's some features the back seat there, which is the automated stuff that you can control the air cons and the seats from the back seat. That's the only difference. It's all JBL sound system, both of them. But if you ask me, this is definitely the better choice in terms of driving. Okay, so yeah, let's take it for a ride. Give you a video of everything, but this is specifically for a drive. So let's do this. It's not a very hot day, so our aircon is at the lowest temperature with the highest fan speed. It's a cold Toyota Nippon Denso compressor. So you know, Toyota's aircons have always been good, because my Camry Hybrid is only 10 years old and I'm still putting it at 24 when I like my aircon to be cold. So that's how cold it is. Okay, but I'm going to enjoy the. I hope the sound from the aircon is actually not interrupting my voice. But let me try to reduce it. Okay. Yeah. So we are going to do a test drive now. Not too far, but decent enough to tell you about the car. So so before we get to the car per se, the product itself, the Camry Hybrid, or actually all Toyotas, come with a 5-year warranty. The body, I mean, there's all the normal stuff, but the battery is something. The ECU is something that you can. It is given as 8-year warranty, like my old Camry as well. It's an 8-year battery warranty. But I believe if you're buying the Camry Hybrid, I would suggest you to actually extend the warranty to 10 years, and that's an additional 2,000 plus to actually pay for it. And I'm telling you, it's really, really worth it if you are a heavy driver. Okay, so if you're a heavy driver, this is actually a very, very good deal. And then you can also buy the service package from Toyota for 5 years, which is around 4,000 plus, for 11 services. That means your first 1,000. Toyota those days used to do 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, and then every 10,000. I think now they moved on from 1,000 to straight away 10,000. The 5,000 is no more there, correct?
No more.
Yep. So it's no more there. So so that's actually a very, very good deal. So it means that you are going to do, because it's Japanese cars, they don't do like the European cars. It's not like every 10,000 kilometers or 1 year. So you do 10,000 kilometers, but it's every 6 months. Okay, so that's how it works out with Toyota. So what do you call yeah, that's how we do it lah. In terms of how Toyota actually manages your services. Okay, let's talk about the car itself. Now, when I'm driving the car, there is power. Okay, there's no questions about it. It's definitely much more powerful than my old Camry. My old Camry was rated at around 205 horsepower. This one is, I think, 230 horsepower. I don't know the numbers for the torque, but because this is the 5th gen hybrid system, which is the only 5th gen hybrid system that we have in Malaysia. The Corolla Cross, the upcoming Yaris Cross, the Toyota Vios HEV, the Harrier Hybrid that they even launched is all 4th gen hybrid, which is already a very good system. So they've really improvised on the hybrid system here, and this is going with the uh, what engine is this? The VVTi, not VVTi. Was this dynamic force engine, right?
4-cylinder.
The 4-cylinder dynamic force engine. So which always Toyota's 2.4, 2.4, 2.5, 2.0 always have lah. Only the ones that 3.0 and 3.5 was using the V6. So, and we don't get the V6 here in Malaysia. We never had those V6 in Malaysia unless you're importing the car from Japan or UK, right? So that is how it is. Now, the car is very, very smooth. Actually, it's a very tempting car because I was also looking at the E300. Buying a Toyota is it's a very easy decision because you know it's reliable, you know it's smooth, it meets all the criteria that you want as a family because it's spacious, right? It's very comfortable. The seats are so comfortable, so that's a good thing, right? The only thing I was looking for in the Mercedes was actually to up the ante, basically, because you have it's a more elegant car. It has a better technology, and for almost the same price as the Camry, if you're buying it second hand, like 2 or 3 years old, it's almost the same price. So yeah, I like the ambient lightings and all that, but you can actually do ambient lightings in this car if you want to as well. You can go to some accessory shop and do it. I've done it for all my other cars as well. So that's not the thing, but yeah. So I'm still considering now that I'm driving the car, I'm still thinking, oh my god, this car is so smooth. I'm taking a very leisurely drive now because the other parts of the roads are all traffic jam. So I just wanted, and my whole idea is to test out my consumption level of this car. So it started with 13.5 liters per kilometer. Okay, I have to change the units, but right now it's doing 6.5 liters. 6.5 liters is probably close to 15 kilometers per liter, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know 7 is 13.3. Yeah, so it's around 14 to 14.5, right? And I can see it coming down. But I'm doing it 64 kilometers per hour. So, and this is a city driving, general traffic on a day-to-day basis. If you go in the highway and if you do decent, my Camry, which I've done almost 400,000 kilometers already. At the end of last year, I went to Tanjung Madim. I was doing 90 to 100. Very rare I do this. But when I did 90 to 100, I was getting 20 kilometers per liter. This is after 400,000 kilometers, right, of my car, 10 years old car. So I believe this will definitely do better, right? But we have not really tested out the car itself lah. But if you're doing a very slow drive cruise, I'm doing 71, 72 now. This is not my normal style of driving, but if I'm doing this, I'm telling you, the car is really, really smooth, and it is only running on battery. I don't see the engine. Wait, let me check it. Yeah, now the engine kicks in. I'm looking at the monitor of the car, so the engine is kicked in. But yeah, 6.6 liters. Now, if you can get up to 5, I think this is possible because I think the rated, if you do not city lah, I think it's highway rated good drive, you're getting around 4.5 kilometers per liter, right? 4.5 liters per 100 kilometers. So that is almost close to 20 plus 22, 23 kilometers per liter. And for a car with a 2.5 engine, heavy, this is almost a 2-ton car. This is a very, very good deal. Considering the prices we are having now with our petrol prices, 3 ringgit 80 cents. So after my booty finishes, I had to go and pump 380 because previously I've been using more than 300 liters per month lah. So I need to buy a electric bike right now, because of the stupid war that Iran and Israel and US is having. Okay, but that's another story altogether. Okay, how does it drive? Smooth, quiet, comfortable, confirmed. Okay, I've not gone on the twisted roads yet. Okay, yeah, so once we get to the twisted roads, we will do a bit of a heavy driving just to test the suspensions. But this is a double wishbone. Okay, double wishbone was something that the Honda Accord used to have, okay, previously, and then Toyota was using the McPherson struts. From the last gen Camry, Toyota had moved to double wishbones, and Honda had moved from double wishbones back to McPhersons. Now, what is the difference? Actually, the thing is, actually, when you go from a design point of view, if you want space, McPherson is actually the better suspension because it creates more space. Double wishbones takes up more space, so you have less space for the passenger. But somehow, Toyota in the last generation onwards, right, under the TNGA platform, they have done miracles with this. Usually a sports car, and this car is tuned like a sports car, okay, it's tuned like a sports car, but this car, while it has the capability of a sports car, or I won't say sports car, but a sporty drive, reasonably sporty drive, it didn't lose its comfort, okay, the comfort, so it still can carry passengers. That's why they call it the boss car, right? So usually Camrys are, how they try to market is the bosses will use the car, so the boss sits at the back behind the passenger side, and then they have that buttons for the driver to actually bring it down, bring it up, because the boss needs to relax and chill lah, you know. That's the story behind that lah. Okay, that's how they are marketing the car, right? So but it is still a nice car to drive. It's still very, very comfortable. I'm stuck in the traffic right now, so be patient with me because we are not able to do much of a. But the battery is now 2 more bars to full. It's running on battery, so the car is super silent. The gauges I will show you later. The gauges you can pick because there's a lot of information here. The gauges are, in terms of the quality, they really update compared to the previous generation. I think that one was losing a bit of TFT and technology and all. So this is a full, high quality display of the car, right? Yep. So, and it also shows you your maps. So, see, if you look at the local cars that Toyota has brought into Malaysia, only the Camry, I believe, has the built-in maps, right? The other cars, they are all, because this is factory fitted, the other cars are all third party in Malaysia. The entertainment systems are not like the ones you get in Europe. It's the one that is here, third party. I think it's under Panasonic, if I'm not mistaken, because Toyota has a connection with Panasonic. I may be wrong. Panel and the entertainment system. So the other cars, they are all separate. There's no connection between them. Whereas this car, there is a connection, but it is not the type of connection that you get from a BMW or Volvo or Mercedes-Benz. Okay, it's a very minimal integration that they have. Okay, but the screen is nice. You can actually set up your meter. You can actually change your meters, your look and feel. Okay, there is ways to actually make it two dials, like, you know, the 2 dials, and then within the 2 dials you have different designs. You have the tough, the casual, which is the blue, which is the most soothing type, and then you have the tough type, which is also a bit more rugged, and then you have the sports type, which comes from the LFA IS300 kind of design, which not somehow I don't know why I'm not liking that, but the others are all nice. And then you can also change it from double to single. That means the meter only appears in the middle, which is actually your speed. Okay, and then you can also remove both of them, so it becomes a full screen, and then you can put your widgets, and then you can see. I'm actually, whenever I go into maps, I notice that when I go into maps, it gives me so I don't get to see the dials anymore, right? My consumption is now at 5.4. 5.4 is actually very, very good, right? 5.4 is berapa kilometer per liter? You just type calculator 100 divided by 5.5. 100 divided by 5.5, it'll give you the answer, right? So 5.5, I think is around 20 plus kilometers, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong, but it's definitely close to that. Which
18.18.
guys, 18.18 lah. For a big car like this, right? What are you trying to complain about, right? It's ridiculous to argue about this kind of things. So yeah, so this is 5.5, 18.8 kilometers. I'll be happy to go to work and come back in this car because I'm stuck in the jam for 45 minutes to 1 hour on a daily basis to work, right? And then takes me 1 hour plus to get to 1 hour to 1.5 hours to get to work. On a good days, 1 hour lah, okay? On a bad day, probably 1.5, right? So saving petrol, if that is your intention, right? And you want a comfortable car to take you and your family, right? Then this is the car you should get. Absolutely, this is the car you should get. There's no questions about it. Let's enjoy the ride for now. Okay, this is my wallet lah. Wallet?
Yeah.
Oh, they got my touch and go. Okay, so let's see. Is it tight? Let's make it tighter. Okay, so I also have Lavan with me. Lavan, right?
Yeah.
That's how it's. So Lavan is from Toyota Sentul. This car belongs to the owner of Toyota Sentul Segambut Selayang Batu Caves, Mr. Kunal, and he's given me the car to test it out. He wants to sell off this car. He's looking for a buyer. I may potentially buy in as well. Let's see, right? Or I go for the E300. So I've not decided, but it is not a car I will run away from. So this is a good car. So if you guys are interested in buying this car, I think he wants to get rid of this around 235, I think 230, 235. Huh?
Yeah,
That's the 235, right? So that's the price because this 8 months old car.
8 months.
Huh?
Very less. This one usage.
8 months old car and 6,000 kilometers on it. It's the owner's car, the Toyota's Sentul owner. So he told me the other day he wants to get rid of the car, so he asked me to come and test drive and do a promo for him lah. So I'm happy to do that for him because he's a very nice guy. And if you're looking for other models, I would suggest you go to Toyota Sentul, meet Mr. Lavan. Lavan is been there for the last 1 year plus, and he's a good guy. I've checked him out and he's also quite knowledgeable in terms of the cars that he's selling, and that's very important for people who wants to buy a car, because if your salesman is just selling the car without understanding the car, then don't buy it from him. I feel that he will not be able to help you after sales and all that. Okay, Toyota has got a very good after sales lah, okay, but if throughout the process the salesman plays a major role, number one, in getting you the right car. Not only selling it, but making sure that you are getting the right car for yourself, and that is a very important process. Okay, so contact Lavan. I will put his number later at the end of the video, so that you guys can contact him, right? And mention my name, Puvan, so that he knows that he can give me some discounts later. That is always the idea behind that lah. Yeah. So yeah, why not, right? So let's do that. Okay. So I'm on Duke Highway right now, and I'm going to target the windy roads at Kenny Hills. I think that's the best place to go, and then we can get back the car to the showroom. Just do a bit of recordings, and we'll see how. Okay, so just to continue, I completely forgot to mention this to you guys. So the sound system, I've turned on the sound system, but I've turned it off now because I want to have this chat with you guys. So now Toyota uses JBL sound system, starting from my car 2 generations ago, the Camry Hybrid, the early one, 2015, 2016. But that JBL sound system, it was the way they did it was a bit weird, like a theater. The sound was all sticking to the front screen, right? So I don't know why, because again it was like a boss related type of a car. So when the boss is sitting in the back, the sound is here. It feels like a theater, but to me, I didn't really enjoy it. But when I tested the sound here now, it's so much more improved. Definitely so much more improved. And it's a very good sound system. I believe it's 9 speakers, if I'm mistaken, 9 or 11. It's,
9 speakers.
I think it's 9 speakers, but you know, it's don't compare it to the Burmester sound systems or Bose sound, the high class Bose sound systems that Mercedes or Mazda or you know BMW has. Harman Kardon, right? That BMW has, but the sound system, if I'm not mistaken, probably. Let me try to see whether I can pick up something from it. So I'm going to go to let's go with radio. Okay.
Dalam percintaan.
I really love song. Can you guys hear? This is only at 16. The volume is at 16. Okay, I'm putting it to 26. It's a very sharp system. Let's see. Find something like common with, I don't know. Sudah terlambat. Yeah, where is it? What is it? Oh, okay. Okay. I know we can't play much of the songs on the radio. Otherwise, YouTube will give me this one. But the sound system is actually very good. So if you are going in your long drives, you're going to have the car, you know, a long drive to Penang or Johor or whatever from KL. The sound system, the aircon, the smoothness and the calmness of the car plays a big role, because you don't want to be ending up at your destination being fatigued. Okay. But I can tell you, with the seats that they have here, it's very, very nice. And the car, okay, yes, it has. It has two memory seats, two seat settings that you can keep. So it's actually there is two, and then for the driver, for the passenger, does it have one? Okay, only for the driver. Okay, so only for the driver. But the memory seats it's a bit forward there, so it sounds a bit difficult. Looks a bit difficult to reach, but it's all reachable. Actually, yeah, it's actually reachable. I'm not used to this, but it's reachable. Yeah. So probably at night, I'm not sure how illuminated the seats are, because the one is something that we need to do at night, the test drive. But right now, all words, writings that we have here is very legible, very, very legible. Okay, so there is okay, I have no idea what. Okay, so one, we have the sunshade. Okay, so the sunshade at the back, you have a button for the sunshade. The second button is with the light. Okay, that's for the instrument panel. Okay, yes, it is for the instrument panel. Okay, then you have the view. I'm guessing what, I don't know. It looks like a camera, but what's happening here? I don't know. I'm pressing, but nothing is happening. What view is this? What button is this? It says view with the camera.
View, it shows the overall.
But why is it not happening here?
During parking, it shows.
Okay, so it only works during your parking, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a bit weird though, because if I wanted to see something on the road when I'm driving, then you have your traction control, then you have your automatic high beam, if I'm not correct, and then this is still manual. So your headlights, you can actually bring up or bring down your headlights levels, but that's like a very manual type. Something that can be automated if you want to, but it's okay, that's fine. Then the good part about the Camry compared to most European cars right now, you still actually have buttons. You really have buttons to press, right? Your aircon, especially your aircon, right? Because aircon is something that in most times you will use a lot on a daily basis, right? So you don't want to be going, so while you're listening to your songs, you don't want to be searching for the menu in your screen, and then So this is a very, very easy way of handling your ventilation. Okay, and then sorry, aircon, not ventilation, because there is ventilation seats for this car for both driver and passenger. That's actually very interesting. Yeah, actually my seats are kind of cold. I can feel this is at number 3 now. It's really, well, at least on a hot day your bum will actually be very cool. I know I didn't want to use the other word. Then there'll be 18 plus kind of scenario ratings. Yeah, so you have your then this is the auto, which can, okay. So auto is basically the auto that we have. Shit, my aircon is pushing up because okay, and it has dual aircon. So actually, so this is the interesting part. In the hybrid version, I'm not sure whether the non-hybrid has this. Most cars have dual aircon controls, which means you can control the temperature for the right hand side, the driver, and you can also control the temperature from the left hand side. This is something that has been there for a long time. But at the back of the hybrid, I will show you that there's when you bring down the middle point, the seat from the seats, there's actually a panel to control your aircon, your radio, your seats. You can actually slide your seats. I don't know how many degrees, and also the sunshade, right? But the aircon, when I'm saying the aircon, it actually, you can also control the temperature of your back aircon. So they call it the tri-zone aircon, not the dual zone, because we always say dual zone. This is the tri-zone, correct? Yep. So in the Camry, we have this. Not many European cars. Oh, if you want to get in a European car, you must be talking about a Rolls Royce or something like that. So you have this in the Camry. That's cool, right? So I'm sure your family will enjoy the ride. I'm actually enjoying the ride. I'm actually very, very surprised. I have a Camry. I know how smooth it is, but I'm really enjoying the car. Okay, so the fuel consumption has dropped now. It's 4.8. How many? 4.8 is how much? 100 divided by 4.8 is how much? Tell me. 21. 20.83. So 21 kilometers in this traffic jam, right? Of course, I'm doing a chill ride, but if you do a chill ride, which is okay, this is a very good mileage to get in terms of consumption. Can you imagine? You can save a lot from your Buddhist 200 liters as of now. I hope we get back to the 300 liters. Hopefully the war ends soon, But this is amazing. There's no questions. It's really, really amazing. I've had a Camry. I've had Toyotas. I had 4 Camrys, 4 Corollas the last 30 plus years. Okay, I can tell you one thing. I've never had any single problem with any of them in terms of major. Yes, my last Camry, which I'm still keeping right now, the 2016 model. The only thing I changed was actually the window seal. After 3 or 4 months, I went in for service, and the service team identified that there was a problem. So actually, there was a bit of wind noise coming in, but I didn't know about it. So they told me, sir, we see this problem and we'll rectify that for you. And that's it. That's all I had. I always gone into the service center. Okay, so let's talk about the service center, because with Toyota this is very interesting. The max I paid for my service for a major, without considering the aircon filter, 1,100. Otherwise, my service is around 650 to 700, depending what they are doing. Sometimes they put in additional additives they need it. It's okay, but that's the max I pay. Now, if you buy the package from Toyota now, I remember I told you about the 11 services we had, right? You are going to pay around 4,000 extra for 11 services, including major. That's an average of 450 ringgit per service. including major. So that is why I'm saying when you get the car, it is best to buy that package because number one, you are locking your price for the next 5 years, right? Because if tomorrow, like Toyota says, they want to increase the service rates, you are already safe because it's only part of the package, right? So only those who buy the car later, of course, then they probably have to pay for it extra. But I'm telling you, 450 is so very good for a Camry, right? And that's actually full synthetic oil. We're not talking about semi-synthetic. It's actually full synthetic because I've always used full synthetic for my Camry, right? And Toyota also recommends the 0W40 if I'm not mistaken, right? So yeah, so this is a very, very good car. Okay, you may not get the kind of oomph like how a BMW and a Mercedes gives you. Okay, especially Mercedes lah. That's actually a different level, right? The ambient lightings, the technology that comes with it, amazing. Okay, the car is not a problem, and if you're servicing outside, it's not that bad. The price is almost similar. Of course, if you go to Cycle and Carriage and Hapsing, it's a bomb, right? But if you want to pay for it, that's up to you, right? Because to actually change the gear oil for the Mercedes is $6,000. That's ridiculous. Your normal service is 2,000. So when you're 60,000, you're going to do your normal engine oil service plus your ATF service. It's going to come up to you to $8,000. That's bloody ridiculous. Okay, so I probably, if I'm getting the Merc, I'm going to go and do it outside lah. Okay, but this is definitely a deal to buy. So if I'm not getting it, and if any one of you likes this car, I would suggest you go to Toyota Centre within the next. He's already put up the car for sale.
Yeah.
He did. Okay, so this is the car. He's already put up the car for sale. So go try it and give him the best offer. Never know, right? You never know. Okay, so we'll be hitting the Kenny Hill soon. A bit of traffic everywhere today. I don't know why. What time is it actually? Where's the clock? Oh, there's 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to go and see my brother now, the Sultan of Malaysia. So this is my normal place. I go and see him, say hello to him. So we'll go up the palace in Jalan Duta, and then we'll cut up to Kenny Hills. Hopefully we get a bit of ride, okay, and then go. But I can see the car is being pulling. The power is there. It's a bit noisier than my Camry for sure, but I can see I just picked up to 100 very easily. Very easily I picked up to 100. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so we are at the palace. Okay, I'm going to do my first a bit fast of a turn and see how the turning radius is. Very stable. The car is not even tilting. I mean, of course there is a tilt. There's no way there's one tilt, but compared to my car and a lot of other cars I've driven, like a SUV, I'm coming down. It's holding. The car is holding. There's no. The tilt is not there, so you don't. So it gives you a bit of confidence when you're driving fast and when you're taking corners fast. So I would love to take this car to Genting's one day. Let's see whether Mr. Kunal allows me to do that, and Mr. Lawan is also free to take me for a ride. Right? But that would be the ultimate Tesla. But this, my drives are not for that purpose. I mean, I enjoy going to Genting's and all, but these are cars not meant for that actually. To be honest, right? Even though the car can do it, a normal Camry buyer does not buy the car to take it to the road, to the track. Okay, they're not there for winding. So I'm going to, they're not the Honda people or the BMW people, right? Because BMW Hondas are defined for that kind of scenarios. Okay, but not in this car, right? But this car is very, very comfortable. A day-to-day drive, your family, number one. This is the best choice. Okay, so we are getting close to Kenny Hills. Oh shit. Wait. Did I make a mistake? How's the traffic? Can boleh masuk. Yes, I can go to the roundabout and make a U-turn. You don't have to go all the way, that's it. Okay. Sorry guys, I made a blunder there in terms of driving, but now I'm checking. I didn't hurt anyone. Okay, our battery is in full. That's interesting. So so the average has come down to 5.1 because of the traffic. But you know what? I'm 5.1. It's only a bloody good deal for me. 17-18 kilometers. It's I'm very, very happy with it. Okay, there's no... You shouldn't be questioning this kind of things. Okay, there's a U-turn here. I didn't realize this. Fantastic. You don't have to go the roundabout. But you see, when I'm driving, the turning radius is not so bad actually, but I was expecting more. Let's see. Okay, we are going to go. I probably have to readjust our camera for now because I want to take the roads. So let's stop the car. Where's that? Okay, okay, cantik. Let's go. Okay, let's do it, guys. We recording mana there? Okay, so we are on the Canning Hill roads. Let's see. This is the drive. Hopefully we get some a bit twisty roads here. I know where we are.
Next right.
Okay, go through some humps. Let's see how it takes. Very well done. Absorbs very, very well. I hardly felt it. I only know I went up and down. I just have to put petrol for a car. Okay.
In 700 meters, left turn.
The car is solid. When you're taking the turns, the curves, there's no tilt. Right?
In 400 meters, left turn onto
Jalan Langgat Tunku.
Very comfortable. Going fast on the humps. I hardly feel anything. So it all depends on what kind of driver you are. If you are a driver who's fast, who likes to enjoy taking the curves on a daily basis, this car can still fit you in. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
next
This
left.
is not a
In 400
GR86
meters later,
or a
left
Honda
turn.
Prelude or a Coupe from Mercedes or BMW, right? So you cannot compare it directly with that kind of scenario. But as a sedan, as a family car, this car still gives you the best of both worlds: sportiness and luxury drive. I wish Toyota actually puts in a bit more things into the car to make it a bit more luxurious, but I think the problem is that's actually left for the Lexus brand, because in Malaysia we have the Lexus brand, we also have the Toyota brand.
Next
So
left.
if
Then
Toyota
300
was going to
meters
do all
later,
that, then
left turn.
it'll be meaningless for Lexus, because eventually they will not have, they can't sell their cars then, right? So that's the thing. Okay, so let's do this. Okay.
In 300 meters, heading left at the roundabout. Take first exit onto
Jalan Tunku.
The car is really powerful, really, really good.
heading left at the roundabout. Take first exit.
Okay, so yep, this place is a good place to drive the car test run.
In 400 meters, right turn onto
Jalan Tunku.
Good cornering. I feel comfortable.
next right.
So oh, beautiful. Still keeps to the. It
In
holds.
400 meters,
the car really
left
holds to the
turn
road.
onto
Jalan Tunku.
I could take. almost towards the end of the road.
Next left.
Beautiful. The car is beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, cannot go yet now.
I think they're doing some.
Yeah, because I want you to. Okay, so let's make a U-turn. Let's see. Okay dah.
Boleh masuk tak?
Tak masuk, nanti keluar balik. Sekejap. 1 minit je. Okay. What do you do? Where do I wait? Okay, let's see. Shit, I want to go toilet.
In 200 meters.
But I think that's it lah. They're all nice. They're all nice looking, but they're not integrated. Okay, between the instrument.